then people, welcome back. Just picked Chris up now, just finished work. We didn't think we were going to get out till New Year, but why not, do you know what I mean? Chris is free, I'm free. We've got some peeler crab, we've got some softy, we've got one rod each. We're going to go local, we're going to go and hit River X. We'll do as best as we can with the lights and stuff. I'm not even sure what's in the car, I've just threw a few bits in and it's a bit of a rush. We haven't got long, I've got work tomorrow. So hopefully we'll go and get us some bass in a bit. Here we go, look, there he is, racing off. Mr. Christopher, we bought the Gert net tonight. This is where we've had a few PB bass. Obviously it's dark, you can't see where we are. So if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But we're heading to the X. And hopefully we're gonna get some New Year's presents, boys. See the new year in with a few big bass. Maybe a flounder or something like that. But yeah, one rod each. We're gonna fish it hard.
Or even a big silver eel.
Yeah, big silver eel. You do get nice silver eels in here. In the summer, they do get a few gilts and stuff, but they're long gone by now. And yeah, absolutely buzzing. Happy New Year to everyone. And hopefully we see ourselves a few bars of silver by, or a few flapper dappers. But yeah, we're going to get to it. Got about half an hour walk and then we'll be fishing in a bit. Bosh, right people, well, we've just got here. There is a couple of anglers to our left, so I'm not going to be really loud, because that's just taking a biscuit, isn't it? But I am using pre-made rigs today. I've got the loop rig. I'm going to put half a crab on each hook, size 1X. So tonight I am after a flounder, but we have brought the net because we're using lighter line. So if we get a bass on, it'll just be quite hard to get it in, but if we get it to the edge, at least we'll be able to scoop it up. Chris is nearly ready already. Ready already? That made sense, didn't it? He's got his crabs. We are sharing a stand today, because obviously we're only using one rod. Makes it a bit lighter for the walk up, because it's still quite a bit of a mission. We're fishing the back tide today. It's literally I think it's literally just tide going out, so fish it all the way down. If it fishes well, produces some fish, we're probably going to stay on, not going to lie. Me and Chris are like that sometimes. If it starts fishing well, we end up staying all night, and if that means going to work tomorrow, I've only got a few hours, so if it means going to work tired, it is what it is. But ready-made rig, going to get that clip down. I am using the fire blade tonight, because obviously that's what I bought them for, my river and beach fishing. So hopefully we can get a couple of fish on it, see how it feels. Obviously you can use them on rougher ground, guys, but I've got my Zolkron 435s, and yeah, they do the job pretty well. So I've got these for the lighter stuff, and especially when you've got to walk a distance as well, they're a lot lighter to carry. So right, we're going to get a lead on there. It is a big tide today, so it's quite a bit of weed in the water, so it's going to be an issue. But yeah, I'm going to put a 7 on, hit it out, see how long we can keep it out there for. Right, I'll bring it back when I'm doing some bait in a bit. Oh, careful, Chris. I know it's cold, but it ain't that cold. Right, well, Chris has obviously got the lurgies. I'm just going to, this can be quite fiddly, guys. Getting this loop rig clipped down. With a little bit of patience. Should be in the water in a minute. So hook onto the cascade swivel. And then that one hooks down onto the lead. So, come on, first time. Bosh, there you go. There you go, guys. There's the loop rig. It's got 2 halves of peeler. I've used the legs as well. Well, Chris peeled those up for me while I was putting the rig together. And we're going to get this one out now, and hopefully we'll get a first cast fish. Or we don't crack off, one of the two. Obviously, you don't have to do any fancy casting here. If you fished here before, you'll know. Just put my head torch on, just so I can see what I'm doing. Right then, let's go, first cast of the evening. Hopefully, we hit the sandbar out there, because that's what I was aiming for. Because I reckon that's where the fish are going to be coming over as the tide's going out, especially the flounders. It drops off into a big, deep verge in front of us. So
That's if you hold out.
yeah, well, I think I did put a 7 on, so hopefully it sticks in the mud, and then that way,
it just fish your baits back.
yeah, just pushes the baits in the tide. Uses it as almost like a lead, but there are some grips on there as well, just in case. I'm not going to use my bait runner today, because there ain't no point.
Well, I don't know.
Do you reckon?
Don't know, mate. Yeah.
Well,
Always have it sat. You
yeah.
never know, there's always that chance of that big one.
Yeah, maybe I'll set it in a minute. I'll just get this down.
One fish, mate. That's all it takes.
That's one on. Right guys, right, well that one's out. So obviously, Happy New Year to everyone watching. Hopefully we can get another bass. This won't be out till tomorrow, so it will be New Year's Eve. But yeah, me and Chris are going, in the next few days, we're going up to Chesil, but there's a big blow on at the minute, so hopefully once it calms down, we'll be up there and hopefully see a few cod. Right, they are getting a load of ray up there at the minute, guys, so if that's your game, go and get some. I would like to pick one up, so I'll probably fish one for cod, one for ray, but today we're out for a bass or a flounder, so fingers crossed. Let's get it in a bit. Bosh. Right people, there you go, bang, first fish of the evening, target achieved. I know it's not the biggest fish in the world, but all the same, we're on the fish, so we're beating the blank. But Chris has just had a few knocks as well, so I think there's going to be plenty of these about tonight. But yeah, hold it close, look, looks absolutely massive. Nah, lovely fish all the same. So we're going to get this one back, get some new bait on, hopefully we'll get us a monster in a bit. Right, let's see if we can get these taps. We're having a few. Show you what we're dealing with at the minute, guys. It's probably not going to do it now. But ever since we've been casting out, and we're just getting these tiny tap. There you go. See that pull there? Pull it again now. I'm hoping this one's a flounder. Oh, there we go. Tap, 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 tap. I think it's bass, but I did just have a nice pull over. So hopefully there's a flounder sat on there chomping away. Leave it a couple minutes and then we'll check it in a bit. Right, just gonna check it, guys. Pretty sure it's on there. I think it's a schoolie bass, but hopefully it's a nice little flounder. Well, there's a little bit of weight there. I don't know whether there might be quite a bit of weed on there as well. But definitely feels like there's something. There'll be nothing on there now, just a bit of seaweed, imagine. It's out of fair way, so. Ooh, what could it be? Oh, there's loads of mud on my line. So I'm definitely hitting the bank. Is it a flounder? Or is it a bass? Is it a flounder or is it a bass? Can't see. Staying deep. What do you reckon, Chris? Oh. Oh, it's just seaweed. Yeah, it must have come off. Stripped the bait. Gutted. Thought that was going to be a flounder then. The only problem is, for some reason, this rig keeps getting really mangled. And I think it's where the smaller fish are just pecking and pecking away at it and spinning the lines together. So I'm going to change over now and put just a pulley pedal on with a small hook. See if that makes a difference. Right, let's get this rig back in a bit. Right, well that was a bit embarrassing. But obviously, as you've seen, there's a definite bite on there and it did pull over. Pretty sure I dropped it on the way in. But, I mean, Chris has had a bite of cast as well, but he's using a lot bigger bait, and that's what I've opted for now, a lot bigger bait, and just to see if we can't pick out a bigger one in between these smaller fish. Because I mean, Chris is literally having like bang, 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 and yeah, they're not even hooking, so they must be really small. Yeah, you never know. A little bit go, but it's what it is, isn't it? Sometimes, but at least there's definitely fish out there. Sometimes you can come up here and not get a bite, so at least we're getting them, and they're on the back tide, so it just goes to show. I think we're going to stay here till low water, fish the first few hours in, because that's usually when we have our best fish out here. So fingers crossed we get a couple. But how's your Christmas been anyway, Chris?
Yeah, not too bad. Been good. Been good.
Did you get out at all fishing?
Nah,
Family time, innit?
family time, mate.
Well, hopefully we can both be blessed with a nice fish before the new year. And yeah, on to the next year. Me and Chris are going to hit the Bristol Channel and Chesil Beach for the next month or so. Obviously we have got a storm coming in, so we are going to go and try Chesil. If we don't succeed at Chesil for the cod, we will be hitting the Bristol Channel, because this time of year there seems to be more there. You've got another rattle there, haven't you?
And then the Tamar.
Yeah, and then the Tamar. And maybe pop down and do a bit of bass man fishing down the Yelm, innit? Might bump into him, but yeah, go down the Yelm. Try a few different spots this winter, because obviously the fishing does get hard towards the end of January, February sort of time, so you never know. We did quite well last year. We managed to get a load of small line and stuff out, so fingers crossed we'll do the same, especially out the Warren. We do like fishing the Warren in the winter, especially after a blow. So Chris normally does well, but anyway, I'm winning 1-0 and all that.
Yeah.
Right, let's get back to it in a bit. Right, well, Chris has just struck into a fish. Is it on there? He's not sure if it's on there. These bites are absolutely tiny.
You're not looking them. It's too small.
No good?
Yeah. Don't think so. Unless it is on there. But...
I can't believe that's not on there. That pulled right over. Yeah, he is. Just a babby.
Tiny.
There you go. 1-1. Flop him over here then. Show the camera. You ain't having pictures of that one, will you? There you go. That's the average stamp, guys. But at least we're catching fish.
Chinese bass.
What's that? That's on the size 3 as well. Size 4?
4.
Size 4 hook. So that's why we're not really catching very many, but we are getting a bite of cast. So hopefully we'll catch a bigger one in between them. But there you go, 1-0. Let's get back to it in a bit. Right, well, we're out of the water for a minute. Well, I'm not, Chris is. He's just put a new bait on. But there you go. If you don't like watching things be pulled apart, look away now. But there you go. Peel a crab. Literally just gonna... What I do with the claws is I squeeze them and then pull the shells off. I'll show you that afterwards. And then it's just like jelly. So peel up all the legs. I don't usually use the legs, but we're going to use them tonight because we haven't got loads of bait. And at the rate these small fish are ripping the baits apart, just goes to put a little bit more effort in, get a few extra baits. Right, so there's a couple of legs. Obviously with a peeler, legs off. And then that leaves you the body. So then all you're going to do is pull the back off. Throw the stuff in the water, guys. I mean, where we're fishing, you don't really want to leave it because a lot of people walk past. So that leaves, all you got then is the hard shell at the bottom.
Dogs.
Yeah, and obviously dogs' feet and stuff like that. You know, you don't want them. I know it might sound a bit stupid, but eating it or like standing on it, if they've got soft paws, it will cut into the paws. And then you've got like this 6-pack section, I call it. That's the next bit to go. Just run your finger down the middle, and then it's all gone. And there you go. There you have complete soft crab. Cut it down the middle, bend it in half, thread it up the hook, and then whip, nay, like we do. And hopefully there goes Chris's lead out for another fish. And that bait there is going to go on my rod shortly, because I think the small ones have nibbled it away. And let's try and get us a monster in a bit. Well, I think Chris has got another fish on. Is it on there? Yeah, Chris has got another fish on now. I think it's another schoolie. I think I'm actually fishing for the seagulls at the minute. So I'm going to reel my rod into. Is it a better one? Need in that?
Chinese bass.
It's a Chinese bass. That's a tiddler for anyone that don't know. But I think I'm fishing for the seagulls. The bank's starting to show now, and I'm pretty sure I haven't had a bite in a minute, so we'll reel this in. Oh, bit of it. Did you just lose it then? Oh, if not, there's a bit of seaweed. Let me get this rod in. Oh, I think I've got a nice bit of seaweed on here. But yeah, I haven't had a bite for a while, so I'm pretty sure I've just been sat on the bank, just chilling. We'll see. I think I've got a bit of seaweed on here as well, to be fair. If not, it's flounder.
Flounder.
Flounder, baby. But I have changed my rig over because that other rig was just being a bit annoying. Kept getting tangled up. Sorry if I blind you with my light, but I can't see when I'm reeling in. Is that a fish on the surface out there, Chris? Or is that seaweed? Seaweed, I think. Fair bit
Bit
of
of
that,
seaweed on them there.
Lovely bit of seaweed. Yeah, I think I've just been fishing on the bank for the last half an hour. Oh. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Seaweed and leaves. Bait hasn't been touched either. So, what we're doing is, you just putting it straight back out, yeah?
Yeah.
Why not? Get rid of all this. Always put it back in, guys. Yeah, definitely. Look at that. That's just solid mud. Been fishing for the geese, boy. Right.
Feeding the geese.
I've bought a rag today. New year, new me and all that. Bosh. Right. Get this crab, cut it down the middle. Bit of elastic. It's starting to get a little bit nippy now, isn't it, boy? I have changed the rig over. Probably just said that. Can't remember. I'm just going to add to this bait that's on there because it's still a bit fair whack. Nice big baits. Nice big baits. Big juicy,
You know, I'm
juicy
going to
crabs.
try that in a minute.
What?
I'm going to hook it through. and
What, a
cast it
tinny?
out. Yeah, I'm going to cast it out.
Bag of tinny on alive.
Yeah, I'm going to try it, mate.
Why not, mate? Oh, it's good to get out. Obviously, me and Chris have been out, but it's been about a week or so. I've just been doing a lot of drinking. Obviously, festive period and all that. But we've recovered. We're back to work. And we're hopefully back on the fish. We've had a couple out, so still 1-0. There's still plenty of time. I think you got an instant bite then. Get loads of pullovers, but it's all just a small bass. Right, I'm going to hit this one out. Not as far. I'm just going to flick this one. What?
Big one will come.
Yeah. We're just having a conversation as well, guys. I've been watching a lot of food eating challenges lately. And I reckon I could do 100 chicken nuggets easy. So, next time we go out, we're going to grab 100 chicken nuggets from McDonald's. I'm going to see if I can't smash them all. See how quick I can do it while we're waiting for our bites. Oh, you took the rod. What have I got the rod there? Yeah, see if I can't smash 100 chicken nuggets or something like that. Just a little food challenge, just to keep it a bit more entertaining. But I reckon I've got a good shot at it. Or if not, put your comments in below. Any other challenges that we could do. Obviously ones we could do on the beach. So anything we could take to the beach and see how much you can eat of it. I mean,
Chili sauce.
the Reaper. We'll do that Dorito challenge or something like that, the really hot one.
Oh.
But it's something sensible because obviously I've got to get back to the car. I don't know if 100 chicken nuggets will sit well on Chesil Beach. 100 chicken nuggets on Chesil Beach, that'd be a good one, wouldn't it? Right, just flick that out there. Oh, blush. That was a big 7-ounce lead hitting the deck. Didn't hit any birds. Wop, 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 wop. Right. That'll do. I haven't set my ratchet, guys, but what I have done is just pulled it down a little bit. Oh, I mean, taking it off a little bit, just in case I do get a big fish, because I'm only using light gear. And then that way it'll run, because in about half an hour, the tide's going to be ploughing through here. It's quite a big tide for here, it's over 4 meters, so fingers crossed we see one. And yeah, we'll all get some fish. But yeah, 100 chicken nugget challenge on Chesil Beach. I reckon that's the next episode. But alright, let's try and get us a monster. Oh, that's right, people. Well, oh, let's get that off. Chris is just about to show us an absolute beast of a flounder. So that's both species acquired this evening. Absolute, it's got a most monster. It's the biggest one I've seen in a while anyway. We will get the scales on it. I have brought the scales. But he was really in. He's like, oh, I've got a big lump of weed here, and it was splashing along the surface. So, yeah, absolutely, that's a belter, mate. That's got to be the biggest one you've had in a while, isn't it?
Yeah, first one for a while.
Absolute peach. Come and show the camera, man. Got some lovely colours on it. Oh. There you go, people. Absolute beast of a flounder. Stand back a little bit. There he goes. We'll get him on the scales. We'll see what he goes. But yeah, that's what we came for. Absolutely, they give you a wicked bite, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We thought it was a bass, rattled straight over. He's a right chunky little one as well. Right, let's get him on the scales and bring you back in a minute. Bosh, right. Well, there you go. Chris is just getting another bait back on. We've just got it on the scales. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be, but £1.8, which is still a good fish. You know, it's a good eater. So Chris is going to have that one for tea. And hopefully we'll see another one. But that's both species caught, which is absolutely buzzing. It would be nice to see a good bass, especially maybe a couple of table-sized ones. Obviously, we've only got a couple of days left until you're not allowed to keep them. Obviously, 1st of January, February, and then I think you're allowed to keep them again in March. I'm not too sure. Or it might be March you're not allowed as well. I will double check, but yeah, I know obviously from the 1st of January you're not allowed to keep the bass, so that's their like breeding season. But yeah, hopefully we'll get ourselves a nice bass as well, and then we'll be eating bass and flounder for tea. But well done, mate. Absolutely bass 2-1 as well. God, he's beating me, but I'm sure I'll pull it back in a minute. That was a lovely bite, wasn't it? I thought it was a bass. Absolute smasher. It just goes to show as well, guys, I didn't even know you could catch flounders at night, but the last couple we've had on this channel have been from the night time, so maybe it's a better time to fish for them. But anyway, I'm going to get my rod in and get some fresh bait on, and hopefully I can get one myself in a bit. Bosh, right then, people. Well, it has been a couple of hours. Oh, was that? Nah, I'm just dreaming. Thinking I'm getting bites. We haven't had another fish since. Chris has had another couple of knocks. So I think we're going to give it about another hour, and then I might have to accept defeat. Chris might beat me this time. But yeah, it was a lovely flounder he had. Obviously, we had those 2 schoolies as well. But we're about low water now. So we're going to fish over low water, fish for an hour coming in, and then we're going to make our way home. I've got work in the morning, and obviously it is New Year's Eve. Officially, no, it's literally just New Year's Eve now. So Happy New Year to everyone. I know you meant to do it at 12 o'clock, but we ain't going to be here. We're going to be out on the beers probably. But yeah, bit quiet literally after that last flounder. It's been quiet, hasn't it? Yeah. Couple of rattles. I mean, a lot of it is small bass, but hopefully, as that tide changes, we'll see a bigger one come through. Maybe even another flounder or something like that. But it's been good to catch up with Chris. We haven't been out for a minute, like I said earlier. But the guys that were up to the left have now gone. I don't think he knew how fast the tide runs here. Because I heard him hit a lead out and I was like, watch this, Chris, he's going to catch my line. And sometimes the tide, like the bit of the stretch of river we're fishing, even when you put an 8-ounce gripper on, it won't hold, especially if you're hitting it out towards the other side of the bank. And lo and behold, I was like, Chris was like, oh, you got a bite? I was like, no, I haven't. And the guy was reeling in, and yeah, we sorted it out anyway. It's not an issue, do you know what I mean? It happens sometimes, especially if you're not aware of how fast the tide flows and stuff like that. Can't be helped. But I mean, if it happens multiple times, I mean, then it gets a bit annoying. But you know, they seem like good people. I think they said they'd had a small bass. They were here yesterday, and they had a 4-pounder between them. So obviously, when you're fishing together, you basically, whatever you catch together counts, doesn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, obviously Chris has caught his fish, I've caught mine, but between him and his friend, they had a 4-pounder out, which is a good bit of fishing. I don't think they fish here very often, but I think they've had a couple of fish and now they're going to be here all the time. They're talking about coming back down tomorrow as well, I think. But you never know. Hopefully we'll see us a decent fish out. I'm going to reel my rod in and get a fresh bait out there now. Probably got about 3 more casts left, so yeah, let's get after it in a bit. Bosh, right then, people. Well, unfortunately, we are down to the famous last cast. If we do catch anything, obviously I'll throw it in at the end. But yeah, from everyone from OnlyFins, obviously me, everyone we have on the channel, Happy New Year. This year, obviously we didn't get to put a big fish up for the end of the year, end of 2024. But you know, between me and everyone on the channel, over the last year or so, we've had some really good fish on the channel. We've had thornbacks, small lides, blondes, bullus, obviously the good old classic dogfish, whiting, pout. I could go on and on. I mean, we've had loads of fish this year. Hopefully next year we catch some even bigger and better fish. And good luck to everyone else on YouTube and everyone out there fishing as well, not just on YouTube, but all the fishermen in general. But yeah, from here on OnlyFins, thank you very much for watching. It's been a great year. Thank you for all your subscriptions and stuff. If you're not already, you know what to do. Bosh all them buttons down below. And yeah, I'll see you in the new year. So if I don't see you before, I'll see you after. If not, I'll see you in a bit. Bosh.